What is up, legends? We are back. Okay, so new player, free to play. This series, we're doing our thing out here. We're on 32 right now, and I'm pretty much going to show you a game balance from where I'm at right now at 32. I could actually be like 32 or 33. I probably am going to be 33 because I still have stamina left to spend. But I missed caps on 2 days. When basically what I mean by that is I was too close to the cap, so I ended up losing stamina by the time I like woke up and got back on. So there's things that you want to be aware of and not have that happen, unless you don't care how fast you're moving. I care, but at the same time not to lose sleep. So let's get in. All right, so we're at 45 right now. We are pretty much leveled up cap on our gear, not all into yellow gear because it's relative to what drops. If it's something good to drop, then I will replace it, but if not, then I just don't replace it and just use what I have. Same thing over here. We haven't been getting any good drops that I need to replace anything over here, but you keep the gear, or you can sell it as well. Same thing over here. I just need to like get rid of this piece, but it did end up rolling attack and then speed and then crit damage, so I kept it, even though it broke the set. Same thing over here. We only got one gold piece over here that rotated in. I am actually able to get purple gear. We'll talk about that in a second. And then over here, I'm just specifically looking for attack on all Dorothy pieces. So I really don't care necessarily about her keeping the set piece. Not right now anyway, because like it's just not dropping that easily. Same type of stuff over here. Eventually I'll get currency and build this up, but for what he needs to do, this is fine for right now. And those are my 6 characters that I'm using right now. Obviously, I just got him last video, and I built him immediately because that allows me to actually push and do some really good things on guild battle. So that was the reason all for that. All shells are in a good spot as well, for the most part. 30 is going across. And relative to what the characters need and everything else like that, you can farm and make sure that you reach caps. And I would personally stop right here because you're gonna basically in the future be able to go beyond these shells and get better shells. So you need to go too crazy. This is fine. I mean, this is fine to actually do what you need to actually do. So for the most part, I'm sticking to the 5 to 6 characters, and anything else will come in will have to be like super account changing. I have characters that will be of use, but I already have characters that can actually do the job and push and carry. Now you don't have to actually use the characters that I have right now. Obviously, one character came from summons, and the other ones is basically of my hand that free to play. I could just choose. Leon is free to play. Tiamat technically is free to play because you can just pick her. I pick her early, and we'll do that every single time because there's no guarantee when she's actually going to come out. So I just automatically pick her off the bat. So with that said, next up, achievement farming. Now, achievement farming will actually allow you to pick up things that you will need to actually, all the currency that I have, all of the shell currency that I have, all comes from me going after these individual things right here. Now, if you're farming prowess, which you really should be when you need it, I'm going to talk about that in a second. You'll end up doing this inherently, which will push you along, which will allow you to get summons, which will allow you to level up your prowess and figure out which thing that you need to do next. It's all really nice. Same thing over here, like with the development. Simply playing the game and building things accordingly will help you out. Now, there is a little bit of RNG to this because obviously you're gonna need to get these items, and you can help out with that a little bit in the shop because there's two. Actually, yeah, there's two sections in the shop that will help you do this, but there's a main thing in the game that will really help you do this. And as long as you get stronger and progress through that, you will be able to use you'll be able to pretty much limit break stuff easier for free. Collect over here kind of like does the same thing as you play through the individual things. Just look to see what you need to actually do, and you can just easily do that as far as you pay attention to it. We need to like collect this, and again, all this is going to be pushing and getting you an Anima prototype. So definitely do that. You have the journey, which is simply just logging in and leveling up, getting characters, you know, Etheria coins from farming and spending, as well recycling shells, which you should be doing to get more of this. So don't hold on to any of the crappy shells that sell them. The same thing with the modules. Don't hold on to them. That will farm you actual currency. And then PvP farming as well, which I talked about that already previously. But again, make sure that you do all your PvP every day. The game does a good job of putting lower characters in front of you, so you can actually get PvP wins and get PvP currency. So don't be afraid to actually do that. Obviously, somebody's going to be stronger than you, so don't necessarily worry about that. Like, just get the wins and get the currency, and you'll be fine. All right. So yeah. All right. So next up, you head over the challenge. You have two things that you should be. Ooh. Let's send that back in. See, consuming the stamina. I just got another achievement right there. We need it. We'll bring. Now Dorothy is now finished and ready at cap, which will now move over to Gray. Now with Gray, I can start worrying about because he's the 6th character officially. Now I can start worrying about leveling him. I'm not going to take him beyond 4 right now, but I am going to start worrying about what to do with his modules, but not today, tomorrow. All right. So the next big decision when you're around this level 30 to 32 is you need to worry about what to actually knock out. Now, you don't have to particularly be like all anal and hey, I need to get 3 stars, because that is not going to happen easily. However, you do notice that I can actually do Doki Doki at Nightmare, which is my first official time that I can get these drops, which is very useful because now you start to get the purple tier right here, which you can then graduate into. This is going to be speed. Then you have Bramble, I believe. Yep, this is Bramble right here, which is a really good for tank, defense tank, not HP tank. But you can actually put it out there as the second set on an HP tank like Tiamat, and then she'll have an extra defense on top of the stats and everything else like that. So just definitely keep that in mind, because we'll start to get into the shells that will give you 3 stats per shell, which means that you will be able to actually rotate in that second set of stats and still have like the 12 set and all that type of stuff. Really nice, right? Then you have Unbreakable right there, which is a flat defense completely. And then you have Harvest, which, you know, when attacking, if the target is HP above 50%, additionally ignore 30%. It's good damage on that. Ultimately, you're going to have 3 sets in total once you get all the way to the end, but that's way down the line that we are nowhere near to that. But I'm just, you know, telling you about that in general. So now that I can actually beat Doki, even though I can only, you know, consecutive fight 5 times, I let that rock. Maybe like 200 stamina and see what I can get. And then for the characters that I'm just going for the stats and not necessarily the sets, I can put, you know, whatever random thing, like if it's freaking Bramble, and like I'm not worried about the set piece, I'm worried about the stats on the set piece. Obviously it's going to be better than everything that I have right now, so I'll be able to get pretty good crit and crit damage or HP and defense and stuff like that. I'm not going to do that for every character, but not every character in the beginning I worry about having a complete set, because it's really hard to do that in the beginning, even when you have the help of extra currency and stamina and all that type of stuff, which we had before in the previous beta. I don't have any of that luxury right now. This is just flat if you have no help right now. That's why I'm not necessarily worried about getting the set bonus rather than just get the stats on the individual pieces. And then, you know, as we go along and we get better items, because there's areas that you can actually get gear in other places, fill in the blanks as I go, and then, you know, graduate into the sets as we push along. But you don't want to just like, I'm going to spend 1,000 stamina all trying to find, like, that's, you're just going to have a really lame account trying to do that. So you just keep that in mind. Now Terra, I need to build another red unit to make this easier to knock it out on Terra, which I do have one, but I'm about a day or two away from necessarily worry about doing that, because in a day or so I'm gonna have Gray completely done, and then everybody is going to be at their caps and can't really go much further beyond getting upgrades and everything else. And then that is when I branch out and go to the next character. And I know specifically that I need a red unit, which I do have Kazami Gazooyu. I have a Boru, which is a single target unit, but specifically I need a red unit. So you can just go down, don't necessarily be scared of stuff. I want to ultimately worry about Sanya, but the reason I have not done that yet is I'm about 2 days, what's this, the 4th day? 3 days from Ling Lao. So I'm like, am I gonna spend the resources on that if I know this character is specifically coming soon and I'm just gonna get it free, basically? That's the only reason why I have not built this character yet. And you have the Ting, which is actually pretty good because he's a dark unit. And I have Obel. I have characters down here that, you know, I can graduate into. We do have Turnidat, or Turnidat, rather, who's actually a pretty good character as well. But of course, we're going to summon, so we know something else may happen that will bring help to all this. But, you know, do apologize for it being all dirty. Let me real quick say this. Somebody asked why I'm exactly doing this, and the reason is because when you know the gaming loop or the flow, which is what I kind of teach on this channel, it makes everything else easier. You don't necessarily have to, then all you have to do is, okay, I know I need to be here, here, and here at this point. How I get there is up to me. That gives you choice, that because you already have the information to say, hey, I see that somebody has done this free to play and they're just zipping through the game. Like, I literally have autoed 99% of this right now. Except for what's this guy? Karuru, whatever, he's a pain in the butt. You got to pay attention to him. You definitely got to pay attention to him. And an easy thing on Terror, all you have to do with Terror, if you just want to auto Terror and not really pay attention, is kill the left tentacle thing first. Just target it. When you are in auto, all you have to do is just click on it. It'll get a big, bullseye thing on it, and then you can go away, go sleep, do whatever else you want to do. Once that's dead, he really can't kill you after that point, unless you're just not strong enough to be in there. That's literally that's all you have to do. It works all the way down here to Cataclysm. It's the same thing, except for that you have to actually elemental counter at this point, which means you can't bring in nonsense. Like, it literally has to be a full elemental counter for him, but it still works the same way. This is really the easiest boss in this game, basically, as long as you actually know that. But for the most part, all you have to do is just kill this left one right here. I think sometimes in gaming, people overcomplicate things, and I'm here to overcomplicate stuff. With that said, over here, the next thing, this is one of the most OP things in the game, and I'm going to explain why. From the very beginning, what this is going to do is it's going to give you EXP to level your characters, and then it's going to give you gear, each individual tier, and sometimes in the first one it's going to give you summons. And as you can see going through, same thing. Now this is going to actually give you the supply pack where you can actually get prowess stuff for free. This is a stamina save right here, which is why you should pay attention to the anti-sync. It's a straight up stamina save. That's literally what it's doing for you as long as you push through it. You have to know that it is physically here and will help you as long as you keep pushing through it, which means that every break you see I stop in every chapter and then come in here and just pretty much knock all this stuff out. Bam. And then you see you get perfect Latisse, which is going to be the next topic we talk about. Messiah right here dropping currency and another summon, and then bam, we get in a shadow print, which is good, which helped me actually limit break my characters. Well, one of them that helped right there. Move on to Messiah. Then you have Kachi. You should be able to do all of this at this point anyway. Thank you. And I'm not going to do that again. and now he's done. So from here, I would just worry about modules. In fact, what I'm gonna do, like literally, like right in front of you right now, is okay, we got an achievement, minor one. Back that up. The remainder of my stamina. Well, you see, I have 2 of these. This is usually what you get during the day. You get 2 stamina, but keep us under cap. And I will farm Doki. I win like 80% of the time, like 4 wins, 1 loss. Occasionally she nails them. All right, so that knocks that out. And we're down to 61 stamina. You can, of course, go do something else if you want to with that stamina, but we're good for right now. All right, so obviously Amasync is what be useful to you to actually help you out to get your perfect Lattice. You get perfect Lattice and like achievements and other event modes as well, which leads you to your next choice. Your purple level character, which one should you actually build up? And depending on what you want to do. My suggestion, if you don't have Ling Wow, is it should be Dorothy first. And the reason for that is you want to get your prowess to a certain point. Now, obviously, I have prowess up to like right here. This is your lifeline in your team, no matter who you have right now, unless you have Ling Lao, which is actually harder to build. You should still build Dorothy, and it's pretty much free. And what she's going to allow you to do, she's going to hold, like, she's going to be like, everything is going to be on her back, basically, in the beginning of the game. You can get to this point right here on her first skill, which allows it to be a little bit more useful. Then you have the casket right here that you can get right there. You see, like, we're originally most built up right now. And then you have your casket remedy. Now, you see I have mines up to right here. Technically, she's my second because I went a different route, but she's still important because she's getting built up. I already have the first character where I already put him, and you already probably know what's coming. Mr. Kraken. So I put his right here for his first skill, for the second skill, and then third, this is Max. And you're gonna be like, Scion, why'd you do that? One, when you actually max all this out, your first thing, remember what his third skill actually does. Financial tsunami, which is the freeze and everything else. And you're gonna notice that Kraken composes energy in his briefcase and throws it at the enemy. When the briefcase lands, it transforms to a part of North Sea monster, strikes all enemies, dealing 240% damage because it's maxed. It sets strike prep. They should really change that. Just say speed. Bro, speed. It sets strike prep back 40%, has a 60% chance to inflict 1 turn frozen. Now, here's the thing with all that. He's gonna push your speed back. We ain't saying strike prep because I hate that term. And then he's got a chance to freeze. Now you're gonna notice that my chance to be frozen is up to 60% on that now, and then I reduce the cooldown on it, which means that it's down to 4, which means he's if he's a fast character and I give him a speed set and give him things that will increase the speed, i.e. shell, after the owner takes action, increase their strike prep by 40%. So he's speeding up by 40%. He's pushing them back by the number of in the prowess right here. So he's pushing them back 40% and speeding up 40%. So technically he's 80% in the positive right now when you max this out. This is free. You don't have to do anything. If you're doing any sync, you have more than enough to do all of this. Plus, you're going to have the prowess packs that you get from Anti-Sync 2 and from other areas, and you can actually farm it, but you should probably use the Anti-Sync and get through it and do it basically for free so you can max this. And he literally makes it so in PvP and PvE with either, like with other characters, they just don't get to play. Like and that's literally how he cheeses the hell out of Doki Doki's fight, because he just freezes everything constantly. Amazing. So you should definitely worry about that. I think he should be first if you have him. There's no guarantee that you will have him right away, and if you don't have him right away, it probably is going to be Dorothy first. Then you can graduate into Gray because Gray is a good buffer and target damage character himself. So maxing him out, he'll basically be, buffing the crit. You see extra attack on that, reducing the CD makes it pretty nice. Do the same thing over here. Increases the chance of inflicting defense break by 100%. So he's always going to defense break. That is crazy. So maxing that out make that pretty good. Eventually, even as a free to play, what you're gonna do is you're gonna be going down the line. So like the same way that you just saw me do right here, I'm going down the line with all this. You go down the line with the prowess too. You literally go down the line. I'm done. We're gonna be done with Kraken eventually. Go to Dorothy. You're gonna be done with Dorothy. Go to Gray. Then you have some interesting choices. If you want single target, then you go with Overall. Her brother is also a single target as well. However, I already have this homie, so I don't necessarily need to do that. But if you're getting elemental countered and you can't use them there, then you can change over with elemental counter to her. And you only need 2. After that is just kind of like, frosting on the cake. You just need somebody else to come in when your elemental countered or something. That's it. All right. So next up, and again, I always have to apologize when I'm being nerdy, but trust me, it helps. Cubic game. Sounds silly, right? So what cubic game is I'm just going to explain it. Not going to do it because I don't want this to be much longer. What you want to do is, as best as possibility, is you want to get these characters to 3 stars by bringing in one of these individual items that will get them up. Now you see you have this one. This is adjacent. We'll just put it right here. That automatically now is 3. So confirm placement. So they're done. I don't have to worry about them. So now I want to worry about how can I get use out of these 2. So what I can essentially do, because I have a couple of rounds, is I can put this here that's not going to affect this, and now I only have to worry about these 2. These 3 are all done. Choose 1-3 bosses and place it in the design grid. That's cute. So now I can do this. It's not going to affect any of them. They're both at 2. I think I could do this. I was not going to really do this, but I just ended up doing it anyway. I think I can. No, can I? Is this going to be 1, right? No, that messes that up. I can't do that. I don't have anywhere to put this. I could force this to be useful, right? Yeah, I can. Which allows me to do this now, right? No, that's not going to work. So I just may end up stuck with you, right? No, there we go. We got it. That's all of them. So the cool thing about this is now that you got all of them 3 stars, you go in and we're just going to claim that 1,500 training data. And you fight this. Now we're going to get this currency and then 3-star more currency there. More currency there. And we're all good. Let's do one in general. That's the last thing that we will talk about, and we'll go summon. We got 2 blue. Anybody weak? No, we don't have any green, so we're fine. Freeze all of them. None of you get to play. Then you get, and then you're gonna get tier rotated. Nobody gets to play. Nothing. You're like half dead. Now they can't even hurt me. I don't care about that. Go ahead, have fun. Yeah, you got killed by Dorothy. Disrespect. You can get frozen again? Yep. You don't get to play. Bye. And that's why you max out Kraken. His skills. Now, of course, you go in and you finish it out, but we're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do that on my own. And then as you do it, you get rewards. Obviously, more coin. Got some Messiah stuff right here. Gimme. Anybody else? No? Too bad. And then we'll go up to Nightmare next, and then Cataclysm and all that good stuff. Fun mode. It makes you think about stuff. So that's it for this video. We talked enough. We went crazy. We went crazy out here. All right, like I particularly have fun in this game because you literally just oh, I won all of them this one. Oh, upgrade. Damn. That is amazing right there. That is an upgrade. What about these? What these turn into? Damn, they're trash. I'm selling those. What about this one? Oh, effect accuracy is useful. That flash stat defense makes me bad. What about this one? Defense, yeah. Effect resist. HP and effect resist. Okay, that did. We'll lock that one. I got potential. I guess I could hold this if I get Hellkit. Hold on. We are locking this definitely. Oh, speed. Lock that. All right, so all the rest of this stuff is like blah. That one's locked. Yeah, we're good. Try again. See how that all works out. You love it when a plan comes together. I got more than enough currency to actually max gray, but I want to do a little bit more farming, see what happens with this before I actually do that. I'm not worrying about set pieces of gray. I just want gray to have the stat. Now all that's left is to summon, because from the last time I'm up to 39. Right? Can I get one more from somewhere? I don't want to use that. Dang. Feels bad. I'm doing this. Forgot it was there. We'll just hold the 9 over. Maybe I'll get one of them. 5 tries. Get a shot. Come on, game. Hook me up. Yeah. Copium? Nope. All right, tried. No, it's a purple, so we automatically know that it's not going to be anything but a purple character. When there's gold there, then you know it's going to be a character. Oh, wow. Well, this is literally who I needed for Terra. So that works out. All right, so we got one thing we needed. Another purple. Give me a Dyna dupe. How about that? Okay. Maybe I'll just use the currency for that 9. I need anima crystals anyway to get the perfect teeth. I'll just skip all the way through. Ooh, Victor. Victor is interesting. That's another character to build up. Kraken dupe. A Dyna dupe. Let's go. This was a good one. Okay. I appreciate you, game. We're just gonna use our currency. Yeah. One Hydra crystal is fine. Might even do another Obero dupe. Yeah, I'll do one more. Gold? Dang. They said you're reaching for the sun, mister. Another Dyna dupe and a Dorothy dupe. Alright, we done. I'm done reaching for the sun. So that's all I got for you guys in this one. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm just gonna, use my remaining stamina right now to farm out this gear, build up Gray, make him a little bit outstanding. Actually, now I can move on to excuse me, voice is failing. We have Victor now, who's pretty good. And let's bring him in. He got that life still. Like, he's mad tanky. He's an HP guy too, so I'm definitely gonna try to see where I can get him in. But first, oh, you sound so lost. See, baddie code. This is what a baddie look like. A useful baddie, mind you. I don't probably have any shells for you. That's probably going to be for tomorrow. I could use Agent Blizzard for you. Yeah, I can. I do have Buddha Panda though. But Agent Liz is already built. That way I won't have to waste anything. Yeah, we'll do that. Mount. We have dupes. All right, we'll work on you, Dyna. You'll be good to go soon. Get you up to 4-star. That'll be good enough. Plus the gear. So that is all I have. I know I said that already. Got a little distracted with the baddie right here. See you guys soon. Hopefully you're enjoying this series. This is literally meant to show you how to game flow progress through the game. I'm not spoiling any fights or anything like that. He said, see me. You guys next video. Peace. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I love everybody who stops by. You guys always make my day with your comments. It's always funny and whimsical and gives me a reason to keep going. So be legendary, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.